The NSAA Girls State Basketball Championships on News Channel Nebraska are presented by Currency, Allo, Liberty First Credit Union, Woodhouse Auto, and by Midwest Bank.
Welcome to Pinnacle Bank Arena, the site of semi-final Friday on News Channel Nebraska. 4 games down, 2 to go as we are now in Class A. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, and the first game on the docket, Lincoln Northstar taking on Millard West in a 1-versus-5 showdown. Glad that you are with us, Andy. 2 more games to go tonight. We've seen some great basketball, and we now are into the Class A portion of the evening. We have top-seeded Millard West with just 1 loss on the season, and really a newcomer to this stage in Lincoln Northstar, a team that made it to the state tournament last year for the first time as a program. They are coming off their first ever state tournament win yesterday, and they are trying to play spoiler to the top seed.
Yeah, I really like their coach, Tommy Johnson. Kind of has that free spirit about him, lets his team play freely. Really fun brand of basketball. He plays to their strengths. They're lengthy. So what does he do? He lets them play a hybrid zone. It caused a lot of problems for the opposition.
46-31. That was the score for Lincoln Northstar when they took down Millard North, the 4 seed yesterday, perhaps surprising some people. No surprise, Millard West is here. They had a pretty handy victory, 49-35 in their first round game. But while Millard West is the favorite, going to be exciting to see how these 2 teams match up. Something else interesting about the Gators, just 1 senior on the team, and that senior doesn't even start. So a lot of underclassmen being the ones who are contributing to what this Gators team has done thus far with the success they've had.
I think that adds to kind of their free spirit and how fun they are. They're not aware of like what's at stake. You know, what you don't know sometimes helps you. They're a young team and they play that way, and they lay it all on the line every night. Millard West, you're talking about them, and no, there's no surprises. They play with such great efficiency. They run that motion offense. They have so many 3-ball shooters that can just light it up from outside. This should be a very, very fun matchup.
Well, let's talk about some of those players in this matchup. First off, for Millard West, there's 2 Gesserts on this team. The Gessert twins, we're going with Neely. She's averaging 19.6 boards a game.
Yeah.
The twins, they have offers from a lot of D1 schools. They're either going to Nebraska or Creighton, according to Kruger, and it's a package deal. But the Gesserts, they are quite the players.
Yeah, you can take your Gessert on which one to guard, right? No, but I call her the big fundamental, averaging 19 points a game. You mentioned the 7 rebounds, does a little bit of everything. Great assist numbers, gets others involved, distributor, and yeah, the length, the height, and the wherewithal. She's the complete package.
For Lincoln Northstar, mentioned they have a lot of underclassmen. We're going with Annie Lou, the sophomore, averaging 15 points and 8 boards a game. She is the heartbeat of this team.
Annie Lou, who you say? No, she had a fantastic freshman campaign, built on that this year with her sophomore year. Now she's a super sophomore, getting it done in so many different ways. Yes, she's averaging 15 points, but how about 8 rebounds a game? She is all over the court all the time.
Well, the third member of our broadcast team is Michael Shively. He had a chance to touch base with both Coach Kruger and Johnson as we prepare for this big matchup. Let's have more from what he has to say.
These coaches don't really know too much about the other side. They didn't play each other this season. They were busy worrying about their quarterfinals opponents, so studying has been limited. What they do know on the Millard West side with head coach Mark Kruger, he says he expects to see a 1-3-1 zone and maybe even some junk zone defenses thrown at his team. So what are the keys to the game? He said hitting shots against that zone and rebounding. On the other end with Northstar head coach Tommy Johnson, it was less about the X's and O's and more about the mental side of things. What he knows about Millard West is that they're the big dog in Class A. They're the favorites to win the state tournament, so he's been working with his team on belief. He's been building them up throughout the season for this moment. A young team, he needs them to believe they can knock off the favorites. He encourages them to dream so big that they're scared of their dreams. It'll be an exciting matchup, 2 teams that will know each other well by the end of the game. We'll be back with starting lineups and the start of the game next on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at our school spotlights presented by Currency. If your business needs help financing big ticket items, Currency is here to help. Find out more at gocurrency.com. First off, Lincoln Northstar. We mentioned their history. Not a whole lot yet, but they're hoping to make it a historical run here this season. Last year they made it to state for the first time. They were bounced in the first round. This year at state, they just came off their first ever win as a program. They're hoping to keep it going here tonight.
Had them a couple times this season. A very fun, energetic team to watch and follow. And yes, they got that monkey off their back, got their first win at state just a day ago.
And for Millard West, the Wildcats, they've been to state 16 times, never won a state title, 3 runners-up. This could be the year. They are the top seed, just 1 loss on this season. They are the team to beat. 1 win away from making it to the championship game for the 4th time.
Just a fantastic model of consistency. As you mentioned, only dropped 1 game on the season. Millard West, what they've been able to do overall with 16 appearances, a number of runner-ups. You know they have the tradition. They've been knocking on the door. Can they knock that door down this season?
Here is our Class A bracket brought to you by Currency. Pretty much chalk aside from Lincoln Northstar, taking care of Millard North fairly handily yesterday. We'll see who advances to the semis as we pause now for the national anthem. So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
To sum up the past 20 years in one word, exceptional. It's one of our core values. But our people have been truly exceptional. Our customer support has been exceptional. In 20 years, where will Allo be? When we started, we were just a business fiber company. Then the demand came from residential. Now the products of both business and residential just continue to expand. We've got to start with customers' needs and always work backwards. The customers will tell us, and our teammates will take us there.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout Central and Northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
Welcome back. It's time for your starting lineups. As we are moments away from tip between Northstar and Millard West, and here is a look at your starting five for the Gators. Sarah Gatwich, Kendall Anderson, Annie Liu, Joyce Johnson, and Katie Irons. Rounding out your starting five, you look at Liu averaging 15, Gatwich averages 13, Anderson putting up 10, and Irons putting up 10. So you have 4 starters capable of averaging double-digit points.
It really makes them such a dangerous team, and already mentioned head coach Tommy Johnson just placates to their strengths, and they're an unselfish team. You see it in the stat sheet. You have multiple players right there averaging double figures.
On the flip side for the Wildcats, it's Hansen. Averages 8 a contest. The Gesserts, Neely puts up 19. Nora averages 11 a game. Then you have Ott averaging 7 and Pabin 11 points and 7 rebounds. So a lot of capable weapons on this #1 seed Millard West squad that, again, only 1 loss on the year. And have we mentioned, Eddie, that 1 loss was to a team not from Nebraska? Undefeated team out of Johnston, Iowa that's nationally ranked, so in a showcase game. That's their 1 loss.
That also speaks to head coach Mark Kruger, not trying to protect a record or go for this or that. No, he wants to challenge his team, challenge his squad to get them to a point where they can make a run on this stage at this time. There's a look at the coaching staff headed up by Mark Kruger.
Glad that you are with us here on News Channel Nebraska Class A semifinals here on a Friday night. And we have a great crowd in attendance. And again, just the second time Northstar has been to the tournament. The first time ever they've been to the semifinal round as a girls program.
My goodness, have they filled up the student section, a Hawaiian themed night. This is a lot of fun. Already getting very loud over there behind that backboard.
Getting a look at the huddle. Tommy Johnson, all smiles, head coach.
He's wearing the theme. He got the memo. He's wearing that Hawaiian. Is that a Hawaiian shirt with Gators on it in the team colors? Are you kidding me? The drip, Brandon.
Between this and what we saw with Coach Coulter and the, what was it? Gretna East Griffins, his yellow jacket. Coaches are showing their fashion sense here at the Girls State Tournament.
Funny you mention that, because those two coaches actually remind me of one another. The way they allow their teams to play free, and they they make it a point not to overcoach.
Wide open 3 to start things off, and why not Kendall Anderson with a triple.
A sophomore coming up big early on here. The stop and pop from way downtown.
That one doesn't go for Nora Gessert. Again, they're Gessert twins, so we'll be referring to them as Neely and Nora to avoid confusion.
Lee snags the rebound.
This is Gatwich. Draws contact.
I think Millard West fans were looking for the charge there. She did lower her shoulder, but you had a defender that wasn't set. It was kind of backpedaling there. That was great awareness from Gatwich, drawing that foul, getting herself to the line.
First one rims out for Gatwich. Coach Tommy Johnson labels her the ultimate mismatch. There's not many players that he says can guard her one-on-one, and he's just an elite scorer, another great option for this Gators team.
Well, that 6-foot frame, she uses it so well and plays with such great versatility. You mentioned the scoring, but the defense as well. It's all there.
And Gessert's 3 off the mark, and Liu grabs the rebound. Great bounce pass and a finish. That bucket goes to Anderson.
Fantastic feed from Double J, J squared, Joyce Johnson. Little bounce pass after the penetration.
Tough defense here by Gatwich.
Good, very good cut.
And there's Nora Gessert with the first field goal for Millard West.
Nora getting looked up by her twin sister. You see the chemistry at play.
That one nearly stolen. It'll stay with the Gators.
Yeah, that could cause problems all evening long for the Lady Gators. That full court pressure after a made basket.
Lou with the turnaround jumper, rims off. Back over to Ott. Nora Gessert now back to Neely, back to Nora, and Pabin. That position in the paint, and she's fouled.
Give credit to Pabin for sticking with it. Getting that offensive rebound after the miss. But yeah, you're seeing the mismatch lengthwise with Millard West.
Foul is on Lou as Pabin hits the first. This first quarter is brought to you by John Henry's. From our family serving yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor here on NCN.
Now across the board for Millard West, you got 5'11", 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1". That can be a tough, starting five to deal with.
And again, all capable scorers. That is a strength, Mark Kruger says, of his Millard West team, that pretty much anyone can score. And great defense there on the other end for the Wildcats.
Yeah, coming over, taking on the double team. That was Gessert once again.
Good ball movement from the Wildcats. Gessert's shot is short. Great effort by Hansen to get the putback.
Yeah, Hansen had a really nice feed early on, then she just continued to flow down the left side of the lane, making herself available.
Gatwich kicks. A little bit long from the three. Triple from the other end, no. And it's out off of Millard West.
Give Johnson a lot of credit. She's given up a lot of size, a lot of length, but she plays fundamentally sound defense, boxes out, secures the loose ball.
And Irons unable to handle the pass. Five here at the halfway point.
So that dead ball, that allowed Millard West, to get set up in that full court press. Just giving Lincoln Northstar something to think about, and wouldn't you know it, there's your turnover.
Three is long, another offensive board for Millard West. It was Neely Gessert with the rebound. This time Lou brings it down. Here come the Gators. Gatwich's shot rims out.
That doesn't happen too often.
Neely Gessert, her first triple.
Beautiful looking stroke right there, coming off the Gatwish misfire on the other end. There we go, this full court pressure, I told you, Brandon. Causing issues early on. Millard West applies pressure every chance they get. All that being said, they're still only up three.
A couple of substitutions. Brooke Plain enters for Lincoln Northstar, giving Gatwich a breather. Hansen drives, kicks it back out to Pabin. And it'll stay here with Millard West.
I think you are seeing a little bit of a matchup type of zone defense from Lincoln Northstar, trying to find the shooters. That gives up a little bit on the back end. I feel like a couple times they've been outmanned on the rebounds.
Nice pass inside to Hansen for 2.
Being unselfish with the ball, working your way methodically to the rim.
And 1 for Gessert.
The press strikes again for Millard West. I think Tommy Johnson, head coach of the Lincoln Northstar, is going to have to make some adjustments, maybe bring in another guard to help bring the ball up the court. Something's got to give here because Millard West is just getting too much out of this. Too many turnovers, generating too many turnovers through their full court pressure.
Nora completes the 3-point play. She has a team high 5 as we're under 3 to go here in the first quarter. Northstar started out well, knocked down a 3, but have been a little out of sorts, as mentioned, because of that press ever since.
Now they get it into half court, set their offense up. Saw the coaching staff wearing white, barking orders throughout that entire possession. Got great energy over there. You can tell the team kind of mirrors that energy, feeds off of it.
That shot off the mark from Johnson. Rebound grabbed by Irons off the miss. We're nearing 2 minutes to play. 13-5 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today.
Right idea. Irons just trying to get a little bit of penetration there off the dribble for the kick out. Just lost the handle.
Scramble on the floor. And it'll stay with Millard West on the possession.
Tonight's officials, Clint, Dennis, Jeff Kegel, and Brad Hoffman round out our 3-man crew here this evening.
More quick ball movement. Hansen unable to convert. Lou has it. Tough defense, but she draws the foul. It'll be called on Wenninghoff, excuse me.
Lou did a heck of a job going to the ball because that pass had disaster written all over it. Looked like it was going to be a quick steal heading the other way. Lou went and helped out.
So Lou, give this second one a shot here. Anderson with the triple to start things. Kendall Anderson, then you had Aaliyah Anderson with a 2. Northstar does get the rebound off the miss. Offensive rebounded by Plain, then taken away.
Wow.
Excellent play there by Hansen.
Excellent. Under control, elevates for the up through the jump shot.
Here comes Millard West again in transition. An easy 2 for Pavin.
Everything just going right for Millard West right now.
It's a wide open 3 for Lou. It's long.
Kind of feels like Lincoln Northstar might be looking to that 3 ball, maybe just a little too much.
And that 3 rattles home for Pavin as well. Millard West finishes with a flurry of baskets to round out the quarter. It's 20-5 after 1. A team effort by the Wildcats. Part of that team effort, the Gessert twins, Neely and Nora, combining for 8 points into the quarter. 20-5 is your score. One more basket before we go to break. You're watching High School Hoops on NCN.
Public school teachers in Nebraska make a difference in our communities. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents make our communities stronger. Our kids do better, community pride grows, and Nebraska thrives. Maybe that's why our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Nebraska Public Schools. They are truly the heart of our communities.
Welcome back. Second quarter just about to get underway. Let's go to the third member of our broadcast team, Michael Shiver.
Tommy Johnson, the head coach for Lincoln Northstar, he began his professional career owning a cleaning business. He didn't get involved in coaching until he went to watch his nieces play elementary school basketball. They lost by 33. He said that can't happen, and his coaching career blossomed since then. He now runs youth basketball teams in Lincoln called Verley, standing for Visionaries Reaching Lincoln's Youth. It's teams up to 8th grade. He also has a basketball training business with his brother Michi Johnson called City of Guards. High school kids and older primarily, he co-owns it. Through that program, he was able to meet 3 of the freshmen that are now on his team at Lincoln Northstar. Guys?
Thank you, Michael. Yes, 3 of those freshmen now that Michael referenced, new in the 3rd grade from his business that Michael referenced, and now they've come all the way through and are a part of his success and his program's success at Lincoln Northstar, although right now they need to find some answers for what Millard West's doing.
You know, it all starts when they're little ankle biters, right? You got to start them young, get them in the gym, develop that love for the game. And now you're seeing that chemistry come to play since they've been playing together for so long. Lou, nifty little turnaround, but in and out. Northstar can't buy a bucket.
Those freshmen, Irons, Bittner, and Joyce Johnson. But again, it's 23-5 right now. And it'll be another foul against Northstar.
You're also seeing why Millard West is the top seed, #1 seed here. Don't have a true point guard, don't have a true post player or you know, a center. They're just so exchangeable and they share the basketball so well. Easy to lose track of, well, who got that board, who got that bucket when you're dealing with Millard West.
You look at their height across the board as well, and they're starting 5. 5'11", 6'1", 6 foot,
Yeah.
5'10", 6 foot.
Yeah, interchangeable parts. They all have great jump shots. They can post up. Seen really good ball handling across the board. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Foul against Northstar. We'll see who they give it to. Looks like it'll be Irons. Deep three, it's short. Rebound, Hansen. Nora Gessert with the shooter's touch.
My goodness. Hansen snags that rebound. She's left a mark on this first half already. Yeah, it doesn't take long when you face a team like Millard West and your shots off and you're not getting to the rim like you're kind of accustomed to doing. Lincoln Northstar so good at slashing their way to the bucket. That just has not happened for them thus far here tonight.
Well, Gatwich draws the foul.
Or a second attempt, that little head fake here at the end. Got the defender to leave her feet. Good on Gatwich. Going to the toolbox, figuring out how to get herself to the line.
(26-6) your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. A reminder that State High School Hoops on NCN is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose, as Gatwich's three goes a little bit long.
Oh,
hard collision, no whistle, we're still playing, and that is Neely Gessert, who is still down.
She hit her head pretty bad there, Brandon.
Anderson with the basket in.
That's the worst noise in basketball, when the head hits the hardwood like that and bounces up.
So training staff out, and she's taking her time getting up. We'll take a break here. 26-8 here at Pinnacle Bank Arena.
A community is described as just a smattering of houses, everybody living together, but what makes it a community are the people that live in the house. Deschler is a community of about 750 people, and those individuals living in those houses have a common goal of improving their surroundings. That's where Midwest Bank comes in. We look out for each other. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. My name is Julie, and I'm extremely proud to be part of the Deschler community.
So Neely Gessert to the sidelines for the time being. We'll keep an eye on that, and goes without saying that hope that she's all right. Gatwich is called for the push on the rebound.
Yeah, Northstar sliding into a 1-3-1 zone. Well, that sometimes allows for the backside rebounders to give up some position. That's kind of what happened right here. Good on Taylor Hansen, boxing out.
Ott kicks it back out to Nora Gessert. She lets it fly and absolutely buries it.
With a fist pump and an emphatic, let's go.
13 points for Nora Gessert, as she has eclipsed her average of 11 in a game here in less than a quarter and a half.
Good on Gatwich, just getting after it. Seeing just a little crease in the defense there. Look at the cheerleaders there for the Gators. They're getting into the Hawaiian theme. And that Northstar student section as a whole, they're keeping it 100 over there. Staying loud, proud, even though the scoreboard might not be exactly where they want it.
Of course, plenty of game left.
See them in the backdrop there with their hands up in the air.
29-9. Under 5 to go before halftime. Gatwich hits both. Gatwich with the block. Millard West keeps possession. And a bucket for Pavin.
What a finish by Pavin. Had to allow for the defender to blow by. Had the hang time to still get one to go off the window.
Gatwich, her first field goal.
You got to be impressed with Gatwich and her relentless drive. Understanding that her team needs offense right now, and that's what she's giving them.
Nora wide open, and she is feeling it.
My goodness.
That is her third triple of the quarter.
And they're deep. I mean, those are some deep threes.
That board ripped down. And that is Neely Gessert. So good to see she's back in the game and feeling good enough to play.
I think that's why you heard such a large row. Round of applause from the Millard North faithful, realizing that it was Neely that snagged that rebound.
Neely with 4 points, hit that 3 in the first. Now this first free throw of 2 attempts. Rebound by Anderson. Gatwich.
Ooh.
Just doesn't quite drop.
Just a little heavy with that left hand. Sweet move, though.
That ball deflected out by Lou.
Lou doing a heck of a job running the court, getting back on defense.
Nice take.
Yep.
2 more points for Calliot.
Using a couple teammates there for a little backdoor screen.
Gatwich shot doesn't fall. We're nearing the 2.5-minute mark. All Millard West thus far, currently up by 25. And force a turnover.
Hanson right away said, "My bad." Along with the shot, you see some Bellevue West gals getting ready to go.
That's the final game of the night. 3-seed Bellevue West taking on 2nd-seeded Lincoln Southwest at the conclusion of this one. Lou with the rebound and kicks it out to the corner. And Northstar sort of shooting struggles continue. Good defense on the other end.
I mean, how about the effort from Lou? She leads the team in scoring, but that's not what she's all about. So on the other end, Fighting for that offensive rebound here with this tough defense.
Well, be sure to stay tuned for our halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor, Heyman and Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. Check them out at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Excellent block by Gatwich.
Lincoln Northstar just trying to find something. Coach Johnson switching to a man-to-man defense here, just looking for answers, trying to slow down this Millard West offense.
And there's a steal by Joyce Johnson. And foul called.
This should be good enough to send Johnson to the line, getting into that bonus.
Well, if you haven't, we'd like to encourage you to follow us on what's formerly known as Twitter, now X. Our handle's at NCN Sports. And if you do, you will know all of the games that we televise throughout the year. For those just tuning in for state basketball who may not know, we cover sports at News Channel Nebraska all year long. Volleyball, football in the fall, some softballs mixed in, then primarily basketball here in the winter. And this spring we'll be doing baseball, soccer, and state track. And we tweet out all of our broadcast schedule, games, highlights, interviews, rankings at that handle.
That state track coverage is so much fun. A couple of days. Old Burke Stadium in Omaha.
Always that third week of May, which will be here before we know it. And of course, we televise all of state basketball as well. We do girls and boys 3 days each of those weeks, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's a lay-in for Irons, her first basket tonight.
Excellent take there from Irons, going right down the middle of the lane. You know, she might look young. That's because she is. She's only a freshman, Brandon.
5'4", but Coach Johnson says plays bigger than her size, as another foul is called against the Gators.
Yeah, just fearless. You saw it last time down the court. there's our guys. Northstar student section.
You wouldn't know their team's trailing by 24.
They can do all the hooping and hollering they want. Taylor Hansen is focused in on these free throws. Knocks them
at 8.
Both down. I don't think either one of them touched any of the rim. Just nothing but nylon.
Northstar with this final shot to round out the half. Johnson lets it fly. Lou keeps it in.
Oh!
And it was close. Doesn't go, and we head to halftime. 39-14, all Millard West in this first half. Stay with us here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll have our halftime highlights and more coming up just around the corner.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams, financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
A big lead at halftime for Millard West over Lincoln Northstar. I'm joined now by an assistant director with the NSAA, John Dolliver. This is all your show here, John. What's it been like here this week as we've worked through a few days now, the prep and the execution to this point?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody that in the city of Lincoln that helps make this possible. Pinnacle Bank Arena and their staff have been very, very accommodating to our member schools when they come in. The folks at the University of Nebraska at the Bob Devaney Sports Center as well. And then we get to play some games at the Lincoln Public Schools. And so it kind of takes a small army to put this on. But it's a lot of work, and we get to enjoy all this great basketball being played by the ladies this week and then by the gentlemen next week. And looking forward to a great finish tomorrow, rest of the day today, and then next week.
So this is now a 4-day event. It starts on Wednesday. Traditionally, this was 3 days. Now, 2 years into this, how's it been going?
Yeah, we went through a stretch there where we did about 4 things in 4 different years based off of some things that happened with facilities, with COVID, and we kind of landed on this 4-day format, and it's been great. We started on Wednesday. We let everybody play the first 2 rounds in the finals at the arenas at the Bob Devaney Sports Center and at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and so that's been something that our member schools have really enjoyed. You get a Class D2 game at the Pinnacle Bank Arena first round, where before they were at a Lincoln Public School, and again they did a great job. But there's something about being in this beautiful facility here and at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. And we also get 3 of our classes get a day off in there too. And so coaches like that, they get a day of rest, a day of prep, and it's been great for us.
And we get 3 days of broadcasting, so that's pretty good too. Something else that's newer, this is for Class B this year. Shot clock was added. How have coaches, players, teams responded?
Yeah, we did, Class A had shot clock last year. They were the only class. Class B wrote a proposal and passed it for this year. So A and B have been using it. It's been awesome. And we actually let some of our smaller schools in the lower classes utilize the shot clock on a trial basis, and a lot of positive feedback. Because of that, we had a proposal go in this year that our member schools wrote and passed, and it's kind of looking pretty positively that we're going to get the shot clock in the lower classes. We'll know more in April, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're playing all 6 classes with the shot clock next year.
So where is that proposal at right now? What still needs to happen? And if it passes, what does it look like?
Yeah, so our board will vote on it. Our member schools voted on it in January at the district meeting, and it's passed enough of our districts that our board should be able to pass that in April at the April Board of Directors meeting. And then it's our schools finding shot clocks to get them installed. There's, I think, 200 and some smaller schools that don't have the shot clock yet, and so they're going to be working diligently to get those placed in their gyms so that when we throw it up in November, we're playing with the shot clock.
Well, we love broadcasting this event. We're glad we have access to it, and we're looking forward to next week.
Yeah, thank you for being here. I know the people across Nebraska love watching our first round games and the semifinals, and you guys do a great job, so thank you.
That's John Dolliver. He's an assistant director with the NSAA. We have your halftime highlights and the start of the 3rd quarter next.
champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
I've had the opportunity to work with so many outstanding students and parents in my 37 years as a public school teacher. The two things I've noticed they all have in common: a love for their community and a pride in their school. I've seen that pride in my science students who become scientists, in parents who show up for every game and every parent-teacher conference, in former students who become community leaders. Nebraska public schools are indeed the heart of our communities.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Welcome back here on News Channel Nebraska 39-14. Brandon Axemet, Andy Klassen, Michael Shively with us. And Andy, it's all the top seed right now, firing on all cylinders. Northstar has a lot of soul searching to do if they want to get back into this one, but man, Millard West looking the part.
Well, we talked about Millard West and the efficiency that they operate their offense through, and I think we've got to talk about it again. Not very many empty possessions each and every time down the court, whether it was a quick strike or they worked the ball around the perimeter, it was on point. And man, were they knocking down shots. And not just, little bunny shots and this and that. Deep threes were just falling with ease that entire first half for Millard West.
Well, you mentioned the first half. Let's take a look at some of those first half highlights brought to you by Starter Heyman Jewelers. As it was a 5-5 ball game, and it was one of the guessers. This time it's Neely who had 4 points, knocking down that three in the first quarter. Now it's Nora who had an amazing first half, leading all scorers. She had 11 points in the second quarter alone, 16 total in the first half. And then you have Pabin getting in on the action as well. Pabin with 6, 7, 8, 9 total points, and right now it's 17-5. Northstar, after knocking down a three to start the game, really just sort of got in a rut, and Millard West, they were not.
Yeah, whether it was Gessert, Pabin, Hansen, everything was just clicking for Millard West.
And then you have threes like this being knocked down from well beyond the arc as well. That was Nora. She had 3 threes in the second, but Northstar got going a little bit in that second quarter. Gatwich having 5 points, all of them in that second quarter. But right now, when you're trailing 25, you're not in a great spot. And Millard West, They're looking good. Northstar needing to figure out some things, and that's not to say that it can't happen. We'll see what the next 16 minutes have in store.
You know, when Millard West went on their first big run in that first opening period, I felt like Lincoln Northstar got a little too predictable on offense, really leaning on the 3 ball. And Millard West was thinking, okay, well, you're not knocking them down. We're going to allow you to keep taking that 3 ball. And it just kind of compiled the problems for Northstar. Their shot was off, and get on the Wildcats for pouncing on it and taking full advantage.
We'll come back. We're 30 seconds from tip here at Pinnacle Bank Arena.
One of my passions is always to help entrepreneurs, whether they're starting off right away or they've been in business for a long time. And for me, I believe that our community is the strongest when everyone chips in with their own expertise and passion, that's going to lift the tide and raise all boats. That's intentional. Intentional culture means a lot. I have the personal satisfaction of being there along the way.
Welcome back, just seconds into this third quarter. 39-14 your score. And we'll see what adjustments were made. And there's a defensive steal here by Northstar with numbers. Nice hesitation. Offensive board there for Kendall Anderson. We have a jump. It'll be Wildcat basketball.
That was a nice adjustment right at the end there for Anderson, but just couldn't knock down the point-blank shot. Gatwich, though, doing a heck of a job jumping that passing lane and kind of ran a full-court screen, leading Anderson to the hoop.
And the hot shooting continues. Neely Gessert.
Neely Gessert has been on fire when she was in there. Same can be said for his twin sister, Nora.
Lou from the top of the key, off the front of the iron. Just has not been the Navigators' night thus far.
Now that was an open look, but that was a lengthy 3 ball.
Here comes Joyce Johnson, left hand. And foul is called.
Good take by Johnson, just continuing her drive. Someone's got to step up, stop ball. Didn't happen, so yeah, she got herself to the rim. And then how about Lou? Seems like we're talking about her every other time down the court. Getting in position, snagging that offensive board.
Millard West has done a great job shutting her down. That's actually her first point. As that free throw goes, you have Gatwich with 5, Anderson 3, Lou now with 1, Irons with 2, and Olivia Anderson with 4 for the Gators.
With only a total of 16 points, there just really hasn't been much scoring across the board for the Lady Gators.
16 points for Nora Gessert alone. You have 6 by Neely Gessert, 8 by Taylor Hansen, 9 by Kylie Pabin, and 2 for Callie Ott.
Oh my goodness, Millard West had a turnover, Brandon.
So they are human.
Doesn't happen very often.
Now there's that press that was causing the Navigators issues in that first half.
Well, good on Northstar getting it to the middle of the court, then finding a good look and a shooter there on the wing. A wing 3, just same old story, rimmed out.
Nice block by Anderson. And it's a foul called. Shots coming up for Pabin.
Pabin ripping down another rebound. I got her with 7 thus far. Partial block, doesn't stop Gessert on the drive.
Paven knocks them both down, and you know, while head coach Mark Kruger thought that they had a pretty decent team coming into this season, he said we weren't necessarily sure we would be, 25-1, 24-1 entering the state playoffs. And Paven, he said, is a big reason for that. He knew he had the Gesserts coming back, but just as a sophomore, she made a jump with her skill set that he did not anticipate, and maybe Kylie didn't even anticipate, that has really sort of elevated them to this top tier of Class A's best.
Yeah, leading rebounder on the team. That's really saying something for a sophomore. She's also poured in 11 points per game throughout the season. But don't kid yourself. Coach Kruger knew he's going to have a pretty good ball squad going into this season. You don't schedule the likes of Johnston, Iowa, a nationally ranked team, and put them on your schedule in the middle of the season just for fun. You want to challenge your team. You want to see where you're at and get yourself ready to make a run here at the state tournament as they are right now.
Might know who that is. Couple of
we got you
fans here. Juwan Gary for a lot of excitement about what the Big Red may be able to do this season.
I like that jacket too. Wasn't it a Colorado Rockies jacket? I think it was.
I saw purple. And you know how I feel about purple. So anything purple, I'm pro.
So you're all on board for that Minden Bridgeport matchup we saw. And believe it or not, Bridgeport, they're way out west there. I saw a number of fans wearing that purple Colorado Rockies representing the the dogs for Bridgeport.
Now, Western Nebraska well represented today. Sydney along with Bridgeport in the semis. We saw that in the morning game. Sydney advancing to the championship for the first time since the 80s. As we have a foul that will send Johnson to the line. Foul called on Hansen.
Have a uniform timeout here as I believe that's Lou tying one of her shoes.
Johnson goes 1 of 2. And travel, tough defense by Northstar. Forces the turnover.
Kind of got caught there, didn't she? Tried to use the old secondary pivot foot. Officials all over it.
And Millard West will take a timeout at the 4:31 mark. We will as well. It's all Wildcats here on News Channel Nebraska. You're watching State Tournament Basketball. Welcome back here to Pinnacle Bank Arena, the site of semifinal Friday here on News Channel Nebraska. 6 games being televised for you. We're in game number 5. Lincoln Southwest, Bellevue West will wrap things up. A reminder that state tournament coverage is presented by Currency. It's also presented by Allo, where you can have honest, hassle-free pricing by going to allofiber.com. Also, coverage is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Woodhouse Auto, convenience delivered every time. And Midwest Bank. Log on to Midwest Bank to figure out how to do mobile banking to make your life easier. The press yielding another turnover. 43-17. Northstar getting it back. Breakaway layup attempt, just rimming out for Irons.
And Irons tried to set her feet before she came back and got the ball. Right idea. It was a good defensive play. Got to the rim on the other side. Just kind of been the story, isn't it, for the Navigators? Just rims had a lid on it.
And that drops for Neely Gessert.
And on the other side, it just, Millard West is making it look a little too easy. Another baseline runner for Neely Gessert.
Nice take.
Wow.
For Irons.
Katie Irons with a little scoop shot, splitting defenders.
Offensive board, Nora, 2 more points.
Just right in stride. I don't know exactly where she was going with the ball. Well, hello.
Fans here enjoying a fun, enjoyable atmosphere. A lot of people say it's the best time of the year. You get to come down to the Vanny or Pinnacle and hang out for 3 days, eat some concession stand food, and watch the best basketball in the state.
I bet that Wildcat's having a good time. Looks like he's about ready to lose his head, though.
Well, Gatwich attacking, the glass is blocked.
She got a little too far underneath the rim there. I think she put that shot. Oh!
Nice defense there.
Gatwich getting back.
Northstar, to their credit, still playing hard. Something that we hit on this in the pregame too, but just one senior on this team, and not one that necessarily gets significant playing time, and so virtually everyone is coming back from this squad.
There's
still a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Even.
Right, there's a lot to look forward to here, Lincoln Northstar, and it's led by a number of sophomores and freshmen. We've been talking about Katie Irons is a freshman, Joyce Johnson's a freshman, 2 guards. It's going to be a tough backcourt to deal with. Laptop takes a header here on media row.
No guarantee you're safe.
Head on a swivel at all times.
There is Nora, who's continuing her great night.
Yeah, just the anticipation on defense, and now that allows them to get into this full court press, causing problems. Almost coming away with another one was Neely Gatwich, or excuse me, Gessert.
Nora leading the way with 20 points for Millard West. Another block by Gatwich. Followed that up with a block by Kendall Anderson.
Anderson, another one of these sophomores that we're talking about.
There we go. Nice execution, getting the ball to the middle of the court, finding a shooter in the corner, and then backing it out. It wasn't there.
And travel is the call.
Yeah, just that little hesitation there. She took that half step before she started her drive. Coach Johnson saying bring that man-to-man all the way up. Pick him up full court.
And charge called on Pavin.
Good on Lou, getting set here. That was a good look at it too, well outside of that semicircle. I think just the way that, the Millard West player kind of lowered her head, lowered her shoulder, made for an easy whistle.
Chip by Lou, Northstar keeps it. That's the story of the night.
Yeah.
Gators getting good shots, but they just aren't falling.
Well, those are pretty deep. Those are some pretty deep threes.
This will stay here. (49-19) your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A stop today. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, and Michael Shively with you. Reminder that we'll have a 3 versus 2 matchup coming up later tonight. After this game, it's Bellevue West against Lincoln Southwest to see who will ultimately face Millard West in the championship. As Gatwich pushes tempo, shot is off as the buzzer sounds. So we head to the fourth. 49-19 your score here in Lincoln. Stay with us. We'll be back here on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Atlas Fiber Internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags, we don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day, it doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. We have local service here. We need to go talk to somebody. They're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. And that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So I would not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
And welcome back.
Who's
young
that?
Fans in the stands. Who knows who that is? I have no idea who that might have been.
Appears to be a little camera shy, kind of sinking into her seat there.
Inside source tells me she always tries to act like she's shy. She is not. That would be 4-year-old Naomi enjoying some basketball here at Pinnacle Bank.
She made a weather broadcast earlier this year, didn't she?
She did. She did, that hundreds of thousands of people enjoyed. So hopefully you're enjoying basketball here on NCN as well, as Calliot starts off the fourth quarter with the basket.
Yeah, the workmanlike performance continues here for Millard West. Are going to get whistled for a foul, though, here, as Northstar was looking to pass over top of that press.
And again, you talked about this in the third quarter, but it's not like Northstar is just some sort of okay team. They beat Millard North, beat them by double digits to get to the semis, and they're a team with just 5 losses on this season.
Right.
Which speaks to the point you were making about how solid this Millard West team is.
Yeah, just scary good. And you know that Lincoln Southwest, they're really good. And, of course, Bellevue West is as well. But for all the fans that are starting to kind of funnel in here and they're looking at the score and kind of watching what's going on, there's got to be a little nervousness sitting with them right now. Some youngsters enjoying the game. Yeah, and this is just one of those cases where it wasn't, maybe Northstar's night, obviously. Gawish, another good take, no finish. But early on, Millard West went on a shooting spree. Everything was falling for him, and Northstar tried to match that with a few three-point shot attempts of their own, and nothing was falling. And that's where you really saw that separation on the scoreboard, where just about everything was working for Millard West. Same could not be said for the Navigators.
Nine points now for Taylor Hansen. And now 10.
We mentioned him earlier, but good on the Northstar student section. Still staying energized, cheering after that made bucket. And guess who with another answer? Neely Gessert knocking down another triple.
I also hit on this in the pregame about the Gesserts, but pretty cool to be in a position where you have Division I schools offering you and your sister.
Yes.
And you get to make a decision where wherever we go, it's going to be a package deal. And again, according to Coach Kruger, he says he has it on pretty good authority that he doesn't know where, but it's probably going to be either Creighton or Nebraska.
Oh,
UNL. So
let the recruiting battle begin. Knock it on Johnson, getting back. Quick three there from Irons, off the iron.
Well, 56-21 our score, 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter, which is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. Excellent move.
Yep.
Calliot now with 6.
Yeah, that second little move where she got to move the defender to her right, defender's left, and came back to the left to the rim. Senior Wenninghoff getting some minutes in there, snags a board.
Ball now to Hansen.
Yeah, and we're at the point, probably have been to the point now where Millard West can bleed some time. As I say that, Gessert launches a deep one.
Well, there's 4 Millard West Wildcats waiting to come in, so Gessert's like, this might be my last shot for the game.
Have some fun, let it fly.
Again, this is a team, too, that typically doesn't rotate a lot. They have their main 5 or 6, and they stick to it for the majority of the game until you get into a position like this, where the starters are now getting standing ovation from the crowd. As looks like they'll have a breather and a chance to rest up a little bit more for the state championship tomorrow.
Extend their season one more game to the game.
reminder that don't go anywhere. We're 4 minutes left in this one, but we have Bell West, Lincoln is Southwest coming up next. 3 seed versus a 2 seed. Bell West was one of the preseason favorites in Class A. Had a tough schedule and had a rough patch. Dropped like 5 of 8 midway through the season. Dropped out of the top 10 entirely, but they've basically haven't lost since like the end of January now. They've found their stride, and Lincoln Southwest was one of those teams that was basically in the top 5 all year long. Kennedy Williams, people know her. She's going to Nebraska to play softball and basketball next year. She's the senior leader. So we have that matchup on deck to wrap up our coverage here on Friday night.
Yeah, lost a midseason game to Millard West, tough one, but then came right back and kind of smacked around Omaha Marion. From that point on, they have not dropped a game. Riding a 12-game winning streak are the T-Birds. Now we're seeing a couple of starters get some round of applause from the Navigators. And it just really doesn't matter who's in for Millard West. They're going to run that motion offense. They're going to work the ball from sideline to sideline. But good on Northstar creating a turnover here. Millard West staying in that man-to-man defense. They don't leave that man-to-man defense too often. Kind of a mindset with Mark Kruger and his crew.
And I asked, what do you do defensively? He said, mainly man-to-man. Man-to-man.
Yeah, man-to-man.
Yes, yeah, we can do zone, but man-to-man.
Sometimes.
It's working, so.
Yeah, it's working. Not broke, don't fix it. And sometimes they're on full court, man-to-man. They've run a couple of different presses here. That caused a lot of problems for Lincoln Northstar early on. The turnovers they created helped build this lead. Leslie Garcia, another freshman, enters the game, knocks down a free throw.
Good deflection there from Olivia Anderson. Free throws coming up. Again, a reminder that coverage of our state tournament is presented by Currency, which makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. As we see another look on the 5 Points Bank instant replay.
Neighbor getting to the rim. You saw she kind of lost the handle there momentarily, but still had the wherewithal to hoist it up there and draw that foul.
But you look at Northstar as well. Mentioned the fact that last year made it to state for the first time. This year, first year the program's ever won a game, and you're having those incremental steps of growth every year, and the fact that you're basically bringing everybody back. This is a program that's being built to maybe have some longevity here.
You're exactly
this is
right.
Something you can build on too.
And that was a terrific hit. A piece that Michael Shively did for us on the sideline on head coach Tommy Johnson and all the off-season work that he does with the youth in and around Lincoln. And it almost works as kind of like a recruiting center for him, as he mentioned, hey, I picked up 3 of these freshmen when they were 3rd graders at our off-season basketball camps using our facilities.
Nice bounce pass. And Kroll dribbles out. 90 seconds to play.
I don't know if you saw it or not, but at the top of your screen, all the former, starters for Northstar rose to their feet when freshman Garcia hoisted up that 3. It looked good, but that shows you a lot that they're still tuned into the game. Great body language, cheering on their teammates. As you mentioned, there's a lot to look forward to if you're a Northstar fan.
Final minutes of this one. Coverage on NCN is presented by Allo. You can rely on honest and hassle-free pricing, ditch unclear terms, hidden fees, and unreliable service by switching to Allo today. Also, coverage presented by Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Woodhouse Auto, another presenting sponsor. Convenience delivered every time. And Midwest Bank, helping make your personal and business banking easier with mobile banking.
Aiken, the senior, with a nice steal at midcourt. Does get the back end of her free throw attempts. Gets one of them to go.
Final seconds here at PBA game number 5 on semifinal Friday. You're on News Channel Nebraska, Bellevue West and Lincoln Southwest coming up next as dominant performance by Millard West. And they get a well-deserved standing ovation from their fans.
Yeah, hard to kind of poke holes in this performance. I mean, everything was on point. Their offense was, just spinning like a top throughout. Early on, they hit a couple big jump shots, made it look easy, made it look a little too easy throughout here this evening. They got to have a lot of confidence as they're looking ahead to that championship game.
Stay with us for our post-game show, top plays, coach and player interviews, and more on the way as we wrap things up in Game 5 and prepare for Game 6 here on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good To Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good To Go, your winning play for game day.
And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good To Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Millard West head coach Mark Kruger with me. Coach, this game was 5-0 Lincoln Northstar. It sure turned after that. What happened?
Yeah, we just got comfortable. They play a really good 1-3-1. We hadn't seen much about anything like that all year long, and so we got it figured out and hit shots. We got relaxed and got comfortable, and then we get it going. We can get it going pretty fast, so it's fun to watch.
What's it been like watching this team grow throughout this season?
I knew we were going to have a good team, and they've just kept I don't even know what to say. Just like every challenge they've met, and we talked about being the #1 team and having a target on our back, and we got to prove it every single day. And every time they've risen to the challenge, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
What's it like coaching these twins?
It's fun. They make me look pretty smart sometimes, but yeah, they're great. They're coachable, obviously really talented and great teammates.
Well, we don't know who it's going to be, Bellevue West or Lincoln Southwest, but what does your team need to do to win a state title?
Be ourselves. Again, either way, we feel like we match up really well. We've played each team one time, so it'd be a great environment, and we just can come out and be us and do what we do and hope that it's enough.
What would it mean to this program to get a state title?
It's something we talk about. Everybody says we've never won one, so it's definitely something on our bucket list. But again, we don't worry about that. We just play each game, and then that stuff will take care of itself.
Congrats, Coach.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's bring in our players of the game. All right, Neely and Nora, right? Okay, we got to get it right. Okay, who had the better game today? Evaluate each other.
I think we both did pretty good. We both shot it okay, and we just got things going. It was a team effort, so.
What's it like playing with your twin?
It's super easy, it feels like, all the time. We always know where each other at. Be like, oh, I don't know where you are, but in my mind, I can always imagine where you are, and I can find her right away, and we can find each other like that, so.
This game was 5-0, and then you went on a run in excess of 20 points. What's it like playing with this team when everything's working?
Yeah, we just knew, so we saw the score, obviously, it was 5-0, but we just knew we had to keep going. Our shots would come because they were playing a zone pretty much the whole game, but we just have to stay together, which we've been doing pretty much the whole season. We never back down, and we just keep going through the whole game. So.
How dangerous is this team when it's really cooking?
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. We got plenty of shooters on this team. We can knock them down any time, and then if our shots aren't going in, we get to the rim pretty well. So it's really good.
The motto of this team is never satisfied. What does that mean to this group?
Yeah, so our goal last year was to make it state, and we did. That was our goal. And then we lost first round, but we made it, and that was really good for us. But this year we knew that we have a chance to make it to state and even further, so we didn't want to settle to just getting to state, and we wanted to take it all the way. So, yeah, just to go off that. Like she said, we went to state last year, but you can't be satisfied with that ever. So our goal was to get here. So.
Well, now you're here, and you're about to find out who you're going to play. What's it going to take to win a state championship?
Yeah, just a whole team effort, of course. Winning a state championship is obviously super hard, and there's two good teams that are playing right now. So just play together, we just play our ball, and everything should go okay.
What's it going to feel like if you get to wear gold around your neck?
Oh, that'll feel good. Yeah.
Well, great game, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Millard West, and they take care of business against Lincoln Northstar.
Thank you, Michael. Congratulations to the Gessert twins. Great performance. 20 points for Nora, 11 points for Neely. A dominant win for Millard West, 59-24. Let's take a look at our top plays and see how it all went down. Top plays are brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Class A semifinal number 1. The favorites, Millard West, taking on Lincoln Northstar. It's the first time Northstar had ever made it to the semifinals as a girls program. It's 5-5 early. This would give Millard West a lead. And it was Neely Gessert with the triple. The Gessert twins, you'll be seeing a lot of them. This time it's Nora. The step fake, the lay-in. It goes down. Nora had 5 points in that first quarter alone as a part of that and one. Wildcats out in front early, 17-5, make it 20-5. Heading into the second, the sophomore Kylie Pabin from downtown. Millard West is rolling. It's now 26-8, and that is NBA range. Doesn't matter for Nora Gessert. She buries it. That was one of 3 triples. Northstar answering back. Sarah Gatwich, she had 5 points, all of them coming in the second quarter. But still Millard West well in control as Callie Ott gets the lay-in there. Ott finishes with 6 in this one. It would be 39-14. Millard West at halftime. Baseline jumper for Neely Gessert. She finished with 11, one of 4 Wildcats to score in double digits. Nora Gessert would lead the way, 20 points on the night, and we're just going back and forth between the Gessert twins as we're now in the fourth quarter, and the Wildcats are well in control. Those two are going to either Nebraska or Creighton as a package deal. Not for another year, though. They're just juniors, and they're more focused about winning a state title for the first time in program history because they are on to the championship game. Your final score, 59-24. Millard West rolls. With that, we will wrap things up for this contest because Lincoln Southwest and Bell West are warming up. Here's a look at your bracket. Who will face the Wildcats? That's why we're playing the game, to find out. So stay with us as pregame is about 5 minutes away for the Silverhawks and the Thunderbirds here on News Channel Nebraska.
Atlo's fiber internet has definitely increased the productivity of our office. It's one of those things with internet and being a marketing company, we have to have it on and running all the time. And it's always up. We don't run into lags, we don't run into latency issues. It doesn't vary throughout the day, it doesn't vary on weekends or busy time periods. We have local service here. We need to go talk to somebody. They're just a quarter of a mile away for us to be able to chat with somebody. And that is a huge peace of mind for me as a business owner. So I would not hesitate at all to recommend Allo to anybody.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Allo. High-key internet for a low-key price. Want to see what games we're covering? Follow on X at NCN Sports.
Salas weaving in, weaving out, and skying for...
Hey sports fans, looking for a convenient pit stop before or after the game? Look no further than Good To Go convenience stores. We're here to keep you going. Fuel up your tank with a refreshing drink and grab one more snack for the road. Good To Go, your winning play for game day.
Biggs. And hey, I can dunk it too.
Good To Go convenience stores. Fuel up for the game locations in Lincoln, York, Geneva, Bruning, and Hebron.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said...
It wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or was it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Zollner Ford and Lincoln. Meeting your sales, service, and parts needs. 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank for your financial needs. And by Family Physical Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.